Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the queen of the woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,300 subscribers, and about 90% of you don't actually subscribe, and you are returning viewers. I've been meaning to do this for a few days now, but there is the saying of go woke, go broke, and from what I've been able to see and find out, Jaguar's stock has fully plummeted because they've gone down the route of prioritizing their DEI. So before we get into the nitty gritty, let's actually take a look at the one thing that caused it all to begin with. Jaguar underwent a massive rebrand. We didn't know exactly what they were going to come up with. It's nothing unusual for companies to undergo a rebrand, and let's just put it like this. This was not what I was expecting. What we have here on the screen was their rebrand. It took me more than a minute and a couple of watch throughs to actually realize that this was their rebrand. Their logo, boring old logo that could have been done by a child, didn't even cotton on that it was actually for the car brand itself. But let's just take a look at this advert that has caused the meltdown amongst the public. So, androgynous people create exuberant, live vivid, delete ordinary, break molds, look intimidating. That's a man, by the way. Copy nothing. Jaguar. Now, this is the full-length ad, but they have actually edited this so that they can enter the Muslim markets by removing this person that is coming up on screen right now. This person. Yes, this person has been removed because, of course, it's illegal to be trans in some countries around the world, and Jaguar are not willing to be that stunning, brave, and true by putting this advert into that market. Now, naturally, of course, that got Elon Musk asking, do you sell cars? Jaguar say, yes, we'd love to show you. Join us for a cuppa in Miami on 2nd of December. Warmest regards, Jaguar. And what's funny about this thread on Twitter is that Jaguar are doing everything within their power to try and come back at people who are talking about this advert for all the wrong reasons. Edgy, will it sell cars? Consider this the first brushstroke. Where are the cars in this ad? Is this for fashion? Think of this as a declaration of intent. Are you guys the car company or something else? Soon you'll see things our way. This is awful. It doesn't speak to anyone. It lost the purpose of the brand. Listen to what people are telling you and go back to the drawing board. We're striking through the convention. This is a joke, a pivotal moment. And then for this comment, they literally had no comeback at all. They are all so unhappy. It's painful to watch. Hello. Thanks for the feedback. We'll be sure to pass it on to the team. Best wishes. Now, this all comes down to Joseph Alessa, who is the designer and art director. He's based in California, and he is very much a part of the LGBT community. If you go and watch any of the other content creators' videos here on YouTube, they have actually covered him in great detail. And it seems to be that with the advertising, he is putting DEI at the forefront. And to be honest with you, when you do things like that, what happens is you actually become extremely exclusionary towards other people. So, for example, you saw androgynous models in that. We saw trans people, people who are, maybe wouldn't consider themselves to quite fit in yet, and they're trying to, with that one advert alone, with no cars in it, target that demographic. And because it's such a small demographic, what they have done is essentially created a problem for themselves. Now, if they want to go ahead and they want to change the color of the cars because this is potentially what this is aiming at, then go for it. You might as well give it a try, see what happens. Redesign some of the cars, introduce new colors. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you advertise the cars, even if you don't want to reveal the new cars as of yet, you could at least tease them more than what you've actually been doing, because that advert spoke nothing about cars. I had no clue it was to do with cars for a long time. And to be honest with you, that logo looks terrible, but we'll get to the logo later. So make sure that you stick around for that. They're running off this slogan Copy nothing. So this is their new slogan that they're running with. This is their mantra. And the irony behind this is unbelievable. Of course, X really couldn't hold back. Copy nothing except adverts from 1984. Copy nothing. And there you have on the right-hand side the Puma logo and the new teased bit from Jaguar themselves. Really? Look at the haircut. Copy nothing, right? Too late to try pulling the wool over our eyes. You have no original ideas. Now you've got the Power Rangers, then you've got the Beatles, and you've got the Teletubbies. Sorry, it's been done. And of course, that has also been the same with company logos. They've gone from interesting-ish to interesting to boring and looking like a child could have actually done better. What did they do? Just type this into Microsoft Word and go, oh yeah, snaps, that looks good. The thing about company logos is that they have to be recognizable. And a lot of companies have been going to the bog standard boring typing method recently, and it just doesn't look good. If you really want to target demographics, why don't you actually have in your advert, obviously, sneak peeks of the car without revealing what it is? You know, that's what it should be anyway at the end of the day, because you are a car company. But also have straight people from different countries. Now, I mentioned earlier that they put DEI at the forefront and how exclusionary that can actually be. Now, what I was talking about there is really with DEI, it should be there 100%. I absolutely agree, but not to the point of excluding other people. Also, people with disabilities. Cars are adaptable, are they not? So why can't you have someone with a disability also be in that advert? Why don't you start making a wheelchair access car? Why don't you start making cars that are actually adaptable for wheelchair users to be able to drive? Little people to be able to drive. Doable, it can be done. So anyway, I digress. Naturally, of course, after the backlash and the plummeting of the stocks, all of this was bullying. The boss of Jaguar has defended the company's move away from traditional automotive stereotypes after a clip of its new advert was met with a barrage of vile hatred and intolerance online. Now, I'm not going to say that people were completely innocent. There was bound to have been some directed towards the model. However, the majority of what I've actually read was directed at the advert and the creative team, who put DEI at the forefront rather than targeting your main demographic or teasing with your main demographic, and obviously being inclusive across board. So anyway, this article, which I have linked below, it goes on to say, and I've just pulled key quotes, so go and read all of it for yourself. If we play in the same way that everybody else does, we just get drowned out. So we shouldn't turn up like an auto brand. Jaguar's managing director, Rawdon Glover, told the Financial Times of the company's Copy Nothing campaign. Now, the Copy Nothing campaign is incredibly ironic because what they have done is they've gone and they've copied everything. They've copied other companies by going ahead and doing a rebrand but changing to an extremely boring logo. They've gone down the DEI forefront and made the DEI at the front of their campaign. They've failed to target the main demographic, and they've clearly stated where their priorities lie. Any press conference that has been given shouldn't have been given about the DEI. It should have been given about the rebrand itself. But the rebrand seems to be DEI orientated. At least that's what it comes across to me as. Anyway, continuing on with these quotes, James Vanston, the executive creative director at the London design agency Coley Porter Bell, said the rebrand was a radical reinvention of a business wanting to appeal to a new generation. Look, there's nothing wrong with wanting to appeal to a new generation. It's how you go about doing it. It's just a shame it walked away from some of the iconic, treasured, and beautiful icons that have occupied the brand's DNA for generations, Ramsden told Adweek. If you're going to break the mold, you'd better have one hell of a range of cars full of innovations and shape language with a new buyer experience ready to roll. This we wait to see. So I'm guessing we're going to have to wait until the 2nd of December to see what they have to say in full detail on what the reveal is going to be and whether or not people like it. But putting DEI as your first and foremost priority and using that as your way forward And taking away from the brand itself in the rebrand entirely is not actually good for business, and it's not the best way to advertise. But those are just my opinions. What are yours? Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't chat about it. Like the video if you would like to like the video. Subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.